Well, as of a few hours ago, UEFA has officially published what the seedings will be for Euro 2012. So we now know exactly what teams will be in different pots and what possibilities. We are in pot 4. We're in the 4th seed. So we're the lowest seeds in this competition. The other teams in this pot, and these are the teams we can't be drawn with in the group stages, these include Denmark, the Czech Republic, and France.
And we don't like the French anyway, so avoiding them is not a bad thing.
Well, we might have liked a revenge match with the French, so maybe it's a bad thing, but maybe we might be able to meet in the quarterfinals or the semi-finals or even the final. But they're out as a possibility. We will get one team from the top seeds. The top seeds include the two host nations, Poland and Ukraine, and Spain and the Netherlands. In terms of what would be the best draw from this, I would say Poland. Poland are the lowest ranked team in Europe out of all the qualifiers at the moment. Plus, you also have the fact that you're assured that all the games will be in Poland, which is a much more manageable destination for Ireland. Just looking at UEFA's website there, they're giving an idea of what the amount of travel might be involved in some of these. So if Ireland was based in Ukraine, say in Donetsk, you might be travelling over 1,000 miles between different venues. And obviously, if you get to the quarterfinals, if you're based in Ukraine, you finish second in the group, you might find yourself having to travel nearly 2,000 miles from Donetsk, which is in the eastern part of Ukraine, all the way over to Gdansk in the western part of Poland.
So, but is that a possibility though? Because that's where a lot of the confusion lies. Yeah. We were led to believe that some of the Poland games would all be played in Poland, and the Ukraine games would all be played in Ukraine.
Yeah, but it also depends. Presumably, the two groups, the way I understand it is, two groups will be the Ukraine, two in Poland. So you have a 50-50 chance of being based in Poland.
Okay, well,
you might be based in Poland and play in Spain or Poland or play in Netherlands.
Okay.
But there's also a 50 chance that you could be in the far ends of the Ukraine as well. So don't book tickets for Poland yet, is what I would say.
I don't. We won't book anything just yet.
No,
Look, what's the worst case scenario? The worst pool for us to end up in?
The worst pool, I would say, is to be based in the Ukraine and have Spain as the top seeds. Looking at Pool 2, you've got big teams like Germany, Italy, England and Russia in that. Probably, I would say, given the fact we'll be playing them again fairly soon, we probably wouldn't really want Germany, even though we have a good record against Germany. If we think back to Robbie Keane's equaliser in the last World Cup. The third pool then is an interesting pool. You could be drawn against Croatia, Greece, Portugal or Sweden. Portugal's probably, we would think, would be the hardest of that. We probably wouldn't want Sweden, again, for the same reasons as I said about Germany. I would think worst possible draw would be to be based in Ukraine, playing Spain, Germany and Portugal.
Hang on. The pigs, Portugal, Ireland, Germany and Spain.
Yeah, exactly,
that's the pool that Europe cannot afford.
It's a pool Europe can't afford, and probably a pool we can't afford even for the travel. The best possible pool, I would think, would be to be drawn with Poland, probably Russia again. No, actually, I'd say Poland, England would be probably a good draw with the second seeds.
Yeah, revenge for 88. Well, they'd be looking for revenge for 88.
I'm sure we have things to get revenge on there. And probably Greece as the third seed. So probably Poland, England and Greece, the PEG group.
Look, Adrian, you crunch the numbers on these. You're normally very accurate as to how things would play out. Statistically, the likelihood of us actually progressing in this competition, could we do what the Greeks did?
It's a funny competition, really, Jonathan, the European Championships. There's always some minnow, some underdog team that seems to make their way either to the final or even to win the competition, even if they think back to Greece. But you also have the example of Denmark literally coming from nowhere to win the 1992 contest. They didn't even qualify for it, and they only got into the contest because Yugoslavia were thrown out, and then they went on to win it, beating Germany fairly handily in the final. You have other examples of kind of lower ranked teams. The Czechs seem to do very well in the European Championships usually. We have the example of Belgium getting to the final in 1980. So there's always one underdog that seems to make it through. I think there's one thing we've got going for us over and above other teams. I'd say especially the French, in that our players probably are more dedicated to the cause than some of the others. A lot of the players playing with the big teams like Spain, Italy, they'll be more hung up with playing Champions League finals and that. Whereas our boys will probably have more time to concentrate on this, and this is really their World Cup.
Absolutely.
Whereas for some of the others, they've had the World Cup maybe back a few weeks ago in the Champions League final and that.
Oh, it could all go so very well for Ireland. All right, number cruncher, psophologist Adrian Kavanagh, bringing your analytical mind to the European Football Championships. Thanks, Adrian.
Thanks, Jonathan.